So I was talking to someone about some plans that I had, some things I was trying to do that just didn't work out, and I was kind of disappointed. And they were trying to give me advice, and they said, get out your feelings. You should never have any expectations. That way, you'll never be disappointed. They said it like they couldn't taste the poison in those words, like those words weren't deadly. Like having no expectations wasn't the same as hopelessness. Like hopelessness couldn't end me. They said it like my ability to hope wasn't directly related to my will to live. Like having no expectations was something I should teach my kids. But when we run too far from hope, the child inside us stops coloring. We live in a world full of wonder, and somehow we've stopped wondering. I find it troubling. How many kids turn adults that never took a shot at their dreams because it seemed like there was too much opportunity for disappointment? So they spend their whole life avoiding their own happiness. I wonder what would happen if we gave ourselves permission to hope and feel. Because there isn't a disappointment that God's too weak to heal. Is shielding yourself from letdown really worth trading your purpose? Disappointment hurts, but what's worse is the regret of never being who you were made to be. What if it takes going through the pain to see what's actually inside you? Can I remind you, if Martin never had expectations, he would have never had a dream. He would have never seen our broken world as something God wanted to redeem. Would have never believed in what the future could be if he was scared of the space in between. We can't wash ourselves clean of anything that might hurt us and still call ourselves alive. Y'all, hope is how we survived. I've searched. We can't find a version of faith that's not sometimes painful. Because I don't serve a God that thinks my vulnerability is shameful. I don't serve a God who's unwilling or unable to bring my wildest dreams into fruition. You think your vision is too far-fetched, but name something that isn't. I've never known God to be one who's reasonable or realistic. When I look at anything he's made, I see his characteristics are that which flip logic on its head. He made animals like octopuses with 3 hearts and 8 legs. When caterpillars are in the cocoon, they literally turn into liquid, then 2 weeks later come out as something completely different. The sun is 93 million miles away, and its light only takes 8 minutes to reach Earth. You've never had an outlandish idea that God hasn't had first. When we sleep, our minds project movies into the walls of our imagination. No dream is too big compared to the absurdity of creation. So I'm okay with being crazy enough to live with expectations and dreams that don't make sense. Because I've spent too many years holding back and living in defense of anything too hopeful, afraid I might get hurt. But you've got to decide that fear is no longer worth your time and attention. The God who made the galaxies has invited us into friendship. If he made us in his image, then our dreams should smell like heaven. He spoke purpose over your life. It's time to believe he actually meant it. Why do we stay inside the lines as if God is not wildly unconventional? The fact that your dreams feel way too big is actually intentional. It's because he wants to do it with you. Because when you're walking with your Father, then impossible is not an issue. You were made for such a time as this. Don't let the moment miss you. Don't let fear trick you into thinking your dreams are not worth the risk. Let go of what's realistic and just dream like a kid, because maybe real faith looks more like a dare than a doctrine. Maybe God is the kind of dad who remembers all the dreams that we forgot.